guys, welcome back to the Wright State Guardian's podcast, Off the Record. I'm your host and editor-in-chief, Kylie Larimore, and today our special guest is...
Yours truly, me. I'm your social media manager and host.
Yes.
However you want to put it. And I will be the interviewee today as well, because tomorrow, when we're filming this, Wednesday, March 25th, is National Cerebral Palsy Awareness Day, and for those of you who aren't aware, I do have spastic cerebral palsy, so I figured today would be a good day to do like a get to know me and also cerebral palsy and how I incorporate that into my life and the Guardian and how I've gotten here and show awareness. So
Yes.
so Kylie's gonna be interviewing me today.
So excited. My favorite person to interview ever.
Thank you.
Because I already don't know any of this, so...
Yeah, this is gonna be like a very fun get to know it for us too.
Okay. Well, before we get into your cerebral palsy and all of that, let's start with your spot at the Guardian.
Okay.
So, tell me about being the social media manager.
Okay, yeah. So, social media manager, I just started this after winter break, so that was, January, when our former social media manager, all love to you.
When she decided to quit.
When she decided to leave.
In a meeting. I'm just
kidding. Called you out,
I love her.
Sam. We
it's
love
okay.
Sam.
She's still here. She's still loved.
She's sitting right there. Yes, we love Sam so much. And she's still here.
Yeah, she just knew Macy had so much potential, and so she said, let me step down.
Right.
That's what she did.
And I went up and was like, you know what? I can do this. No, in all seriousness, though, Sam did, announce she was resigning right in front of me.
Yeah, so we're not, even, I'm not even, hating on her, unprovoked. Like, it is, she genuinely gave me her 2 weeks in front of, half the staff in a weekly planning meeting. So
it is part of the story.
All love to her, but it is part of it. She still does a lot, but she can't breathe. She sits and makes commentary to us in here.
So then I got interested and I asked Sam, hey, what does your job entail? And she gave me the little rundown, and I knew that, for my future career, I wanted to go in entertainment, media, and I was like, you know what? Me being the social media manager and, being able to incorporate my creative side more and build more of an audience for the Guardian, I was like, I really want to see how much I can do that and how much I can improve. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to apply for the job. And yeah, the rest is kind of history. I applied for the job and I'm here now.
Perfect. But you started back in...
I started in the middle of September, so I started as a B-term intern as a Right Life reporter, which I really did because I do want to go into journalism as my career post-college. So I really liked going to events, getting interviews, and I just love writing in general, so it was a good kind of introduction for that for me, for sure. And then, like I said, the whole thing happened with the social media manager position, and I still contribute when I can or when there's ones that need to be done. So I'm getting a little bit of both now, which is great.
Nice. And then, so you talk a lot about wanting to be in journalism and an entertainment journalist. So talk a little bit about how the Guardian has helped shape that dream. Yeah. Has it really enforced it? Has it kind of changed it a little bit?
I would say, if anything, it's definitely enforced it, especially with me going into this new position and starting the podcast. Because a lot of my want for entertainment journalism started as kind of less of the writing and more as I love to write, obviously, but more of the in front of the camera. I want to do interviews in person with people, kind of live type of thing. So I knew the podcast would be good practice for that, and I just always wanted to have a podcast in general. It's one of my
Who doesn't?
one of my top 5 goals in life. So the fact that I got to accomplish that here and early in my life, like I'm only 19, so, and the fact that I can like put that on my resume is just really cool.
Yes, it is so cool. Okay.
But yeah, definitely reinforced it. I knew, especially coming to Wright State, knowing that they don't have a journalism program.
Yeah.
I knew that I needed some sort of outlet, so I followed the Guardian like the summer before I even came here, and I knew right away. I was like, I'm getting in. I'm going like as soon as there's like welcome week. That's the first table I'm going to, and that's what happened. I went to one at welcome week, and then they actually weren't. They were at welcome week.
Oh yeah. Okay, that doesn't surprise me.
But it was. Is it Oktoberfest or what's the fest?
Fall Fest.
It was Fall Fest when I actually like got the info and everything, and I got through emails and when I started talking about internships and all of that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, so you kind of answered that question. So we'll go. So, what have been your favorite parts so far working at the Guardian, either as an intern or
I feel
social
like
media manager?
They kind of overlap for both jobs because I think my favorite part is honestly just the group and the people that we're around, and I love like meetings. Or honestly, I love meetings and I love just office hours and things that happen in those times.
Where we're all together.
Yeah,
in
where we're all
office,
together and we come up with ideas and content and we're just like sharing feedback and all of that. I love that part of the job, and obviously I love the on-scene stuff too. Like I love attending events. Honestly, there's really not a lot that I don't like. So
well, you know my next question
I do know the next
is
question
going to be, what are your least favorite parts? Because I know you at least have to have like something like your boss or like something of that sort.
Boss, but I do have a least favorite part, especially when I was interning.
Oh.
And it's you're gonna laugh, but I just don't like our website that we use for.
I think it's really funny. We were actually just talking about that. Yeah, we were actually just talking about the way that you structure your articles in CEO, because you obviously copy and paste it from like Word, I'm guessing.
Yes.
And Word X adds extra spaces in between all of your paragraphs. And Julia was like, did she get like space happy and why can't I delete them? And I was like, no, because I think everybody else uses Google Docs if they copy and paste. And she's like, I don't know how to get rid of them. And I was like, I don't know.
Well, that's funny because on my end, it was like everything, when it copies and pastes, it just shrinks it back.
Yeah. So, but then when you try to put a
thing, it adds too many.
Yeah, it adds like, it'll go from like being like all together to like.
When I was turning it in, I was like, this looks not great.
It's okay.
But I didn't know how to fix it. So I was like,
Try Google Docs next time.
Okay, I will. But yeah, CEO, I hate pitch templates.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's one of
That is something I implemented.
I understand why they're there, and they're very much needed. I just hate doing them. So when I got the social media manager job, I was like, oh, thank God. I was like, I don't have to do a pitch template as often.
I make all the writers, like, there's like 8 questions for each of their 4 pitches. I do think maybe I'll start like going back on that a little bit, because now I see wheels turning in the writers of like,
helps so much.
Like I do have to have like more information about a pitch before I pitch it, and not just being like, oh, I'm gonna go to this event. I don't know who it's brand by. I don't know anything. So that's been good, but I think maybe I overcorrected. I gave them a little too much. So we could back up a little bit maybe, but
yes, I do understand why they're there, and they were definitely very helpful because I was there for like a week or 2 before we had pitch templates, and it was kind of all over this place, and it does help you figure out in writing too, because then you kind of know how to format everything and where you're going. So
that was my idea, like as much information, but maybe I think more information is always better, but I don't think everybody always thinks that, so
yeah,
I'll take that into account.
Honestly, yeah, my least favorite parts are just the software. It's like, it's just annoying.
Yeah.
That's nothing the Guardian, like Canva's annoying too, but like there's nothing we can do about that. It's part of the job, so. Yeah. I'm learning to slowly love Canva as we get more
intertwined.
So,
You'd use it on your iPad don't you? Mm-hmm. I think maybe on your computer.
No, I don't. I use it on my computer.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, your computer would be a lot easier than an iPad. I tried to do it mobile better. When my March Madness, when my computer just decided to stop working. Yeah, at March Madness. I know, it was crazy. So I was trying to make little graphics on my phone, and I can't see anything. My eyesight's bad already, and I'm like, it was so bad. But yeah, Canva on the phone sucks, and it sucks on the iPad too. But okay, well that's good that they're like that's not that big of least favorite items.
I know. I was like, I'm not gonna have a juicy answer for you. But.
Darn, I was kind of hoping you would like trash talk, like me or something.
No way.
Okay, so what are some like of your favorite memories or like the biggest accomplishments that you kind of want to reflect on?
Well, my biggest accomplishment is definitely being a co-host on this podcast. I'm so honored to even be here and be considered when you were talking about bringing the podcast back at that one planning meeting, like, months ago. I immediately after the planning meeting, like, came to you when I was like, keep me in the loop with this, please. Like, I want to, and you were all for it. So yes. I greatly appreciate that. So that's definitely one of my biggest accomplishments. Honestly, my first article that I did, just it being my first one at the Guardian and just, like, seeing it go up on the website and being able to, like, repost it and send it to my family was just, like, a big monumental moment for sure. And then, let's see, I'm trying to think if there's any other. There's just been a lot of just, like, little things that happen, like I said, like, at office hours that are just, like, like, everybody's just kind of, like, together and have, like, random little things. Like, we ranked Taylor Swift albums the other day.
Yes, that was great.
And then put that on the poll, which, by the way, I won.
Oh.
I won the poll results. I need to tell everyone tomorrow, but I literally beat you and Brooklyn by 2 votes. You and Brooklyn were tied for second.
You guys failed. That is wrong. I even put Kylie the right choice.
Answer, which a lot
and
of people
how did everybody
did
not
pick that one because of that if they don't listen to
it
Taylor.
It was so easy, multiple choice. We made, on the way to Philadelphia, we made Cam and Dakota, who work at the radio station, we made them get on the Guardian's Instagram and vote. And I know at least one of them voted for you. And they were like, they said they were huge Speak Now people. And so they didn't like the fact that I had Speak Now, like one of the lower ones, but whatever.
Speak Now is my number one.
Kind of forgot it exists sometimes, yeah.
Yikes.
I do want to share one of my favorite memories from you. And, well, it's like I just like to reflect on this sometimes because I really what I'm thinking about it is because Dennis had just asked, like, some questions about you.
Oh, yeah.
And I brought up this time because I think it shows who you are as a person really well.
Okay.
That ASL event, that was, like, the first thing that you pitched under, like, me being editor-in-chief. And you pitched that, and I was like, Macy, how are you going to go to an ASL event? I was like, you don't take ASL.
I remember that because I pitched it, and you were, like, all for it. And then afterwards, you were like, are you in ASL? And I was like, no.
I was like, okay, so this seems like this might be a struggle for you. So I went with you, and first off, it was, like, really fun. That was, like, our first time being, like, kind of like friends.
Yeah.
But then, like, I was in line waiting for something, and you had found an interpreter, like, she did not need my help whatsoever. And I was like, go you. And I just think that, like, really shows. Also, you were a new journalist, an intern.
Yeah.
And when I
think
started,
that was my third article.
Yeah. When I started as an editor, like news editor, I did not want to talk to anyone. Like, I was doing my interviews on email, and I was like, please don't request to do it in person. Please don't request to do it in person. So the fact that you, like, brand new did that, it impressed me. Like, it still, like, sits with me because that really shows, like, how determined you are as a person. So.
Thank you. I honestly think I was scared going into that event.
You did not seem it.
I was nervous when we got there.
I had take ASL, and I had to go to that for class. And I was nervous because I was like, I do not know ASL well. Everybody's going to be deaf. And, like, I really was stressing out. I was sweating bullets. And you were like, Let me go talk to anyone I can find. Like, she's going to find me, like, the leader of the event who is completely deaf. And I was like, go you. Like, go you. So it ended up being a great event. And so
It was.
I wanted to highlight that.
And it was a fun article.
It was a fun article. It's a great one.
Thank you.
Okay. So now I want to kind of talk about how you found out you had cerebral palsy, your diagnosis and everything, and kind of how that shaped your childhood a little bit.
Yeah. So, okay. I was born 13 weeks early, premature.
Wow.
Yeah. I was supposed to be born on December 17th, and I was born September 21st. Yeah. It's crazy. I was born, let's see, I was 2 pounds, 4 ounces.
You said surprise! Yeah. I'm coming now!
My poor mother. Shout out to my mom, because this was
Did she have to have, I guess this is more her business. Did she have to have a C-section?
Nope.
Oh, wow, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so,
I'll help you.
So when I was born, actually, like, there was no complications right away. Like, there was nothing, I was just tiny. And then after I was born, I had brain bleeds, which I forget what level they were. I meant to check with my mom, because I know there were 2 different levels on both sides. And I think one was a level 4, 3 or 4, which is the highest level, which would have been on my right side, affecting the left side of my body. So later, after the brain bleeds, the doctors kind of tell, in that sort of scenario with that harsh of what's happening, the doctors kind of tell, like, the parents' worst case scenario. Like, she may not be able to breathe on her own, walk on her own, eat, anything really. Like, they told her the worst of the worst. And, like, as you can imagine, like, my mom's, like, freaking out.
And you're just, like, a little 2-pound
and
baby.
I'm just,
Were you,
right.
Did you have to be in a,
I was in the NICU for a while, a few months. But, yeah, honestly, I was just, there was nothing else wrong. Like, there was nothing wrong with me. Like, my breathing was fine. Everything was fine. I was just little. Like, they just, my mom said they called me, like, a feed and grow baby. Like, they just had to keep me in the NICU until I was bigger. And then later, I got officially diagnosed with cerebral palsy when I was 18 months. And I have spastic cerebral palsy, which is where your muscles are tighter than the average person. So it's a wide spectrum, and there's another side where there's, I forget what it's called, but where people's muscles are looser. So mine are tighter, primarily affecting the left side. So, like, my right side is pretty much what I would imagine normal feels like. And then the left side's just tighter muscles, less range of motion, that sort of thing. So I started doing physical therapy, like, right at my diagnosis. So shout out to my therapist at Dayton Children's. That was with me, like, my whole entire life. So it was funny because my mom, like, I never really learned how to walk, like, at the age normal, I'm putting quotes for listeners, normal kids do. My mom said that I would just, like, roll, like, not somersault, like lay on my, like, back and just roll, like, down the hallway.
To where you wanted to get.
Going.
That is so funny.
She brings it up, like, all the time. She was like, you were moving, like, no matter what, like, you may not have been walking, but you were making progress.
Oh my gosh, little baby Mason just.
Yeah. So
that is so good.
Yeah, growing up,
So
I honestly don't really remember much until I was, like, 5 or 6. Because when I was 5 is when I started, like, walking on my own, which a lot of people didn't expect me to even be able to do. And when I was 5 is when I was in the news. I got
famous.
My church, a lady at my church knew that when I grew up I wanted to be a ballerina.
Oh.
And she was like, we're gonna make this, like, little dream of yours come true. And she, like, got me a costume, and we did, like, little, like, dance rehearsals, like, a couple times a week for a while. And then I performed on, like, a weekend at my church, and it got put on YouTube, and they did, like, a Dayton Daily, not Dayton Daily, Xenia Gazette article about it. And yeah, that's honestly, I don't remember a whole lot before that. I feel like the kind of, like, 5 and on was, like, formative years. Preschool, like, school and stuff, thankfully I didn't experience, like, I didn't really experience any bullying, which is kind of, I credit a lot of that to my parents and the way I was brought up.
Mm-hmm.
My parents never let me think that I was any different than any other kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were like, you can do anything anyone else can. They raised me to be very independent. Like, if I fell, I got right back up. I was very tough. I fell so many times, but I did.
You just rolled.
Yeah, I just rolled to my next destination. Like, it's fine. And so I think the way that I carried myself growing up resulted in a lot of the way. Like, I didn't seem like a shy, timid kid who was, like, scared because she was different than other people. Like, I was like, this is me and take it or leave it. And I kind of just, because of that, I didn't really have any bullying. I actually was a very social butterfly. I had a lot of friends. So yeah, growing up was just kind of a pretty chill, like, I defeated a lot of the doctor's odds because I was walking on my own. I could talk normal. Like, if I was sitting there, you wouldn't have been able to tell that I had cerebral palsy. It was really only when I walked, because it was noticeable in the way that I walked with my, my hip was higher on one side than the other, so it, like, it was like a lopsided type of thing. But yeah, that, growing up, it was really honestly chill until I hit about middle school.
So, what happened in middle school?
So, middle school, in 7th grade, I had to have a surgery on my hip, because ultimately, if I weren't to have that surgery, it would have affected me more in the long run. I would have had more pain in my back. I already have scoliosis, so it would have just made that worse. It would have caused for more pain in my hip, all those types of things. So basically, I was 12, so the way they described it to me was, we're going to rotate your leg like a Lego piece.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, that's just...
So, did you originally, like, have it because you were in pain then? Like, did that start the...
No, I wasn't in pain at all.
Okay,
like, when
they
I
were
was
just like, we need to do
but
this.
But they could tell in the way I was walking, because sometimes it would cause, like, a little bit of pain, but it wasn't, like, a constant thing, and they could tell, like, the way, like, my hip would go up and my, like, side would, like, it was, like, concaved in, and so it was, like, if we don't fix this now, like, while you're growing, as you get older, it's just going to be more in place, and it's going to be painful for you.
Okay.
So they wanted me to do the surgery, which would ultimately, it was mainly my hip. It has a really long name, so I'm not gonna, I have no idea what it was actually called. But they basically would, rotate my leg. There was, like, 3 different incisions and da-da-da-da-da. And they told me that it would be about a year to where I was fully recovered to walking on my own again. Because before my surgery, I walked completely unassisted, nothing. So yes, no crutches, no scooter, nothing. I was completely unassisted, and they told me to get back to about that point, it would be about a year. So my surgery was at the end of January in 2020. So what they couldn't have predicted, those nice little doctors and surgeons, was that we would go into a global pandemic. Yeah, which did not make things any easier, because nobody could go anywhere. So all of my rehab, physical therapy, any of that was all made virtual, which is really hard when your mom's not a physical therapist.
Yeah. Especially how extreme of a surgery that is. That's a different rehab than just like...
For sure. Like, I couldn't even start rehab till, like, a month or 2 months post surgery because of how extensive it was, and then going in, you're like, oh yeah, now you have to do it on your living room floor with your mom helping you, who has, like, bless my mom, like, she would help, but, like, that's not, you know?
Yeah.
So, it got to a point where I was just kind of, like, I was really, like, hitting a low point. I was 12, it was middle school, we couldn't go out, I couldn't see my friends, and on top of that, like, I was in this whole entire new place where I was like, I can't walk, like, everything how I had perceived it was different. And so I was just kind of like, you know what? I'm not gonna do rehab. I'm just gonna, like, quote unquote, give up. Like, I just didn't care. I was like, I would rather not try than to try and not get where I wanted, because it had been, like, slowly I was doing it, but it had been, like, a few months, and, like, it was just kind of, and I had, like, it had gone through summer, and I was reaching a point where I was, like, I'm still on a walker. Like, this is not what I expected, and I was progressing a lot slower than I thought, and I could tell, like, I felt like my family felt that too. Like, they thought that I was going to be farther along, because they told me a year I would be fully recovered, which I should have known at my age that, like, it's different, which they told me it's different for everyone, but when you're young, you're like, oh my gosh, like, I can do it in a year.
Yeah.
Not realizing how different it was going to be, because I essentially had to completely relearn how to walk when I didn't walk correctly in the first place.
Yeah.
So that's really difficult. So I just kind of quit. Like, my mom likes to use the word, like, I became complacent. Like, I was just
accepted,
like, I just accepted my fate, and I was like, whatever, I'll use a walker for the rest of my life. Like, meh. And then I went to high school. And high school was, like, a big change for me, because I didn't really like middle school. It was gross. I just was not a fan of middle school.
No,
which I don't think a lot of people are. But when I got to high school, I realized, like, there was just so many more people. Like, it just felt more adult. There was more clubs, more things to do. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in high school now. Like, there's no going back. Like, I'm getting a degree. I'm going to college. Like, and if I want to do these things, I need to put some more effort in on my part. Yeah. So I kind of hit a point my freshman year where I was like, you know what? Maybe I should try a little harder. So I started, like, taking physical therapy more seriously. And
this is 3 years after?
Yeah. This was,
surgery?
Let's see, so 7th grade. So it was 2020. Technically, if we're counting, like, actual years, this was probably, like, middle of 2021.
Okay.
But, like, academic-wise, because, like, the cutoffs are kind of weird. So, yeah, it was, like, middle 2021-ish, almost 2022 by the time it was, like, so, yeah, like, 2 years. 2 years about. I started taking physical therapy more seriously. I started using loft string crutches instead of my walker when I was home, and I would just, like, pace back and forth in my living room with them for, like, 30 minutes every day. Listening to the Lemonade Mouth song. Like, This was your comeback moment.
Yes,
I was, determined. Determinate. I was determinating, guys. But, what was I gonna say? But yeah, that kind of really projected me to kind of move on, and then I went kind of that pathway through my freshman year and my sophomore year, and then my junior year, I finally let go of my walker that I had for, like, 3-4 years, and moved to fully using the loft string crutches, which, if you don't know, those are just the crutches that, like, wrap around your arm. Which was kind of a big adjustment bringing them to high school, because it's a lot of it, it's a different movement, and it's, you feel, like, very unsteady at first, because it's different, and there's people around you all the time, but eventually it became, like, the new norm, and, that's how I finished out high school, and then
you got your scooter?
Then I got my scooter, the summer before I came here, knowing that even if I was quote-unquote fully recovered, like they said, like, if I was walking unassisted now fully, I would still need the scooter for college, because long distances, like, a college campus is so much different than a high school campus, so long distances I would have needed that scooter. But yes, I love my scooter. She helps so much. And I can get around so much faster now. It's great. I'm like, I can leave somewhere, like, with, like, 5 minutes, and I get there on time still. I'm like, that wouldn't happen if I was walking.
There's sometimes, like, I'll say, okay, we have to go fast, and I can't keep up with Macy, and I'm like, not that fast. I didn't mean that fast.
I have to, like, turn
I'm, like,
down
running.
Because my issue is my scooter can go 4 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And so I keep it up. The full 4 miles. Like, I go
zooms.
4 miles per hour.
What is it, bunny?
It's full bunny. There's a range on the scooter with turtle and bunny. Yeah. And me and my friends like joke that I'm always going full bunny because it's fully
the hair thing.
Yeah, it's but I hardly ever use the hair, which
Yeah.
I hardly ever use the tortoise, which has gotten me into trouble a few times.
Yeah.
Do we want to share that story?
Yes. One of the like second or third time like interacting with Macy, like it had not been many times. I was sitting in Allen Hall and just minding my own business, doing some work, and I see her scooter come up, and I was like, "Oh, Macy!" And she comes over, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I just had the worst experience ever. I broke my elbow." And I'm like, starts going on, and I'm like, she's like, I have to go to the emergency room right now. But she's saying this all with the biggest smile on her face. Like, and I was like, are you kidding? Did this actually just happen? And she's like, yeah, I have to go to the emergency room right now. My dad's on his way, picking me up. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I have a high pain tolerance, right? I was not well. You had seen me like an hour and a half afterwards.
Yeah.
Of the actual situation.
Okay.
So you hadn't witnessed like prime, like I was bawling my eyes out, calling my dad in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like
you would have never known. Like she had the like. You were the happiest girl. Like I would have thought you had just been proposed to.
It was funny. Like it was funny. I was. There was nothing to do but laugh about it. I fell off of my scooter. For those of you that hadn't put two and two together.
Yeah.
I was in the tunnels. Yeah, for one. When I told people that story, they automatically thought it was outside.
Did your whole scooter tip over?
Yeah. The entire scooter. I had a basket full of stuff. Everything. It flew everywhere. I had my headphones on. They flew out. My whole entire scooter flipped over, and the battery of my scooter came out, and the little, like, panel on the front of it popped off. It's really funny. Yes, Sam has a question. Yes, Sam.
How did this happen?
So, I was going 4 miles per hour, right?
That's why.
I was in the tunnels. That's not
She was
why.
going full bunny.
I was in the tunnels, and I was going a new way that I hadn't been in the tunnels before. So I didn't fully know which way I was turning. So do you know that turn, like when you're leaving Ullman Hall and you turn like right there? There's a turn right there.
Towards where?
Towards like, you know that ramp that you go up when you have to follow like the student union?
If you're going towards Ullman, towards the student union,
yes.
It's like a bumpy
area
by organization like alley or whatever.
Yeah.
That's where I was. So I was going to that turn and I was thinking it was this way. So I was going to turn and there was a guy in front of me blocking the map of the turns. So I couldn't see from far back. So by the time I had gotten up and by him, I was already turning. And I was like, oh, I'm going the wrong way. Like, turned really sharp, tipped right over.
So, aftermath. So you're crying as soon as you get on the floor?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was shocked, for one. 'Cause I landed, like,
and all your stuff is everywhere.
Yes. Look, there was two people in that tunnel. Only 2 people. And one of them was the guy in front of me blocking the map.
You should have been like, this was your fault!
And he was like, oh my god, are you okay? And I literally, like, me getting up, I was like, like, I was, like, trying not to cry, because I was, like, the immediate pain hurt, but I was, like, I was just trying to, like, get up and get everything situated. So, and I, like, kind of hit my head, too, so I was just kind of, like... Oh, God. So I was just kind of
we learned our lesson on full bunny.
And so then I, like, the bad part was later when the pain wasn't going away.
Yeah.
It was getting worse. So I was like, crap, I did something. Like, I legit probably broke my elbow. Broke?
Sorry. I couldn't let that one go.
No, thank you. I really didn't. I didn't clock it either, so thanks.
I really did broke my elbow. I really did. I broke it.
So, I called my dad, my emergency contact.
Yeah.
And we went to the emergency room. And come to find, actually, they didn't tell me what was wrong at that appointment later. I had to go to a follow-up where the guy, like, actually told me what was wrong, and I fractured it. Like, just a little bone in there. There's, like, 4 bones, or 3 or 4 bones in there, and I fractured one of them. So, yeah, that was a fun time.
It was crazy.
Yeah, that was, like, our 3rd interaction ever.
And it was, like, I don't know, you were laughing, you were, like, having a blast, but you were, like, actively holding your elbow. And I was like, am I supposed to laugh? Like, am I supposed to be concerned?
Right.
Like,
a little bit of both,
I don't really know, but...
Yeah.
Funny.
But yeah, those are just some of my, like... Well, that was only one example. I haven't really had any other major falls.
Oh, in the snow.
Oh my gosh, why are they all, like, affiliated with you, too?
I don't want to say that one. I feel bad about that one.
I blame the snow. I don't blame myself.
I blame me.
Why?
I blame me, because I let you fall.
Guys, we were going to Barnes & Noble on that really bad snowstorm.
Yeah, I don't know why we did that.
And my crutch went down too far in the snow, and I fell. But there was so much snow that, like, nothing happened.
What's funny is you full face planted. Like,
Yeah,
it wasn't like a...
Yeah.
It wasn't like a, fall on the back, or like, you know, like... No, it was just like, she legit just went...
Oh, yeah.
Onto her face.
Fun,
and I was like, oh my god.
It was just funny. I just hit the ground and started laughing. Those were the best falls. Yeah.
I should not be anyone's emergency contact after that. I was like, oh my god.
But yeah, to go back a little bit, then I came here, scooter life, living on my own. Definitely a big, living on my own was the biggest adjustment, kind of. Not necessarily disability-wise, more just, like, being on my own and away from my parents. One thing that was really nice coming to Wright State was that I really didn't have to adjust that much disability-wise. Like, I was nervous because growing up, I grew up in a small town where everybody knew everyone. So everybody knew that I had cerebral palsy. Everyone knew that I walked with crutches. So, like, coming here, I was like, oh my gosh, this is all new people. People have no idea who I am, and I'm just this girl driving around on a scooter. Like, it's just, so I was definitely a little bit nervous about that, but thankfully coming here, none of that felt weird. I felt automatically, like, accessibility here is great, minus a few, you know, tiny elevators that should be expanded a few
Yeah.
feet.
Seriously.
Where? Everywhere. The Allen elevators, the Student Union elevators, and the Millet elevators are the tiny ones. But, like, library elevators, Ullman elevators,
Yeah,
you
those
guys
are
are
pretty
top
good,
tier.
yeah.
The big one in the Unions, those 2 big ones in the Union are nice. Only the small one that goes to the tunnels is an issue. That one's just scary in general. Yeah. So, I'm trying to think of, like, any other... I mean, that's kind of my whole spiel.
Yeah. So you wanted to kind of touch on mentality and how you viewed cerebral palsy growing up. I know you kind of said your parents helped you, like, not view it ever as a disadvantage or anything. But did you ever struggle with that?
Yeah, definitely a lot in middle school after my surgery, for sure. I had a lot of doubts, and I was like, why did I regretted having the surgery, because it was hard for my 12-year-old self to realize that the surgery was good for me, because I felt like I was being so set back, because in my head, walking with nothing was so much better than walking with a walker, even though my walking now after the surgery is better for my body and looks better. It's just, but I felt so much more independent before. Yeah. And I was like, I feel like I just went backwards. So that was a lot for me. Definitely during that time, I was just kind of like, why did I do this? Like, I'm going to regret this for the rest of my life. I know now, like, I just, like, wish I didn't do it, which was definitely the hardest part. But then now I look back at videos when I'm freshly post-op, and I realize, like, how I was, like, barely moving in those videos. Like, I literally looked like a grandma. Like, it's laughable. And I realized that while I may not realize it in the moment, and it may not have been as fast as I wanted, I have made so much progress.
Yeah.
And that's definitely something about cerebral palsy, especially in those types of scenarios, is that sometimes it is definitely not instant gratification, and a lot of it you may not realize in the moment, and you may be like, why me? Like, why, what did I do? Like, I didn't ask for this, really. And I did have a lot of that in middle school throughout that whole process, but, like, before, when I was little, like, I didn't really care. Like, I was just kind of, like, I was just this fun, happy go-getter little girl who was like, yeah, I have cerebral palsy. Like, literally in that video, that dance video I have, there's, like, a little interview section before, and, the, like, dance, teacher that I had, like, asked me, what makes your legs different from my legs, and I was like, oh, my braces, and she was like, and why do you have those braces? And I said, because I have cerebral palsy, and they help my legs. Like, I was on it younger, and I will say I hated wearing braces growing up. I did have, like, I guess a technical term is AFOs, but I had those on my legs, throughout growing, just because, like, when I was really young, I walked on my tippy toes. So those, like, helped, me to walk more flat-footed, and, yeah, thank you, Sam. I was, like, struggling for words there. But, yeah, those, like, honestly, I just hated wearing braces growing up. That was my worst struggle. I was like, these are stupid. Like, they were uncomfortable. There was so many times, too, wherever I got fitted for new ones, they, like, would bring them back and they would, like, rub on a spot, and then I'd have to go back and get them refitted, and they would rub somewhere else. Like, it was so annoying. So when I got to the point, I think, like, my junior year of high school, I got to the point where my mom was like, you know what, it's your choice if you want to wear them or not, and so I stopped wearing them. Like,
say
honestly,
less.
I stopped growing around that. Like, I had stopped growing for a while. I knew I wasn't going to, like, be growing anymore, so I was like, you know what, I'm walking about as flat-footed as I'm gonna walk for the rest of my life, so I got rid of those. But honestly, no, I have really always taken my disability as a way to showcase that, like, people can conquer obstacles. Like, I always use this as a big part of, like, my story. Like, I have a lot of goals. I've always been very ambitious. I have a lot of goals, and I have a lot of things that I want to accomplish that not a lot of people, like, I want to be an entertainment journalist and, like, have a podcast. Like, those are things that I've known for years, and, like, a lot of people want to stick to, like, you know, more, not simple routes, but more, like, societal, accepted routes or stereotypical routes, and just, like, the societal pressure alone in those sort of environments and fields, and then having disadvantages on top of that. There was a lot of times where people would be like, oh, you need to be more realistic, like, that's not gonna happen. Not like that, yeah, like, they would tell me, like, it's probably not gonna happen, like, you should have a backup plan, type of thing, and I was like, I don't want a backup plan. I was like, this is what I want to do, and I, like, why should I have a backup plan if that's going to be, like, I'm just going to work so hard on plan A, I don't need a plan B.
Yeah.
And there was a few times, one particular in high school that I will never forget, my sophomore year, this staff member who I'd never met before in my life, I was walking to class one day, and he stops me and looks at me and goes, do you still want to be a journalist? Never spoken to this man ever, by the way. And I said, yeah. And he was like, he looks at me up and down and goes, good luck with that.
Oh, my God.
In, like, such a condescending tone. Yeah. So.
And you've proved all those people wrong, because you're already a journalist, you already have a podcast, and, like, if you're already this far in such a difficult field to get into at 19, like, you're gonna go far. Yeah. Like, that's ridiculous.
Thank you. But no, that's what I like, try to tell people. Like, I emphasize that so much because I really want people to realize that it does mean a lot to me, and, like, I did put in a lot of work to get here, and I don't ever want that to be discredited, because I credit a lot of it to my disability. Like, who knows what would have happened if I didn't have cerebral palsy and I didn't have those things pushing me. Like, could have been somewhere else completely and just not getting there. But I use this as a way to motivate and a way to remind people, like, you can do things and accomplish your goals and your dreams, and, like, don't let anything stop you. Like, I for one, am, like, living proof that can happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to prove people wrong. And, like, I was one of the speakers at my high school graduation. And, like, that was the main preface of my speech was, like, follow your dreams. Find that dream and follow it. Because you only get one life. Yeah. And that's honestly why I'm so adamant. Because I'm, like, I have been through so much already. And I want to prove the people that were doubting me wrong and prove myself right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So and now we're here, and I'm 19 and have a podcast and a student journalist. Like, it's pretty crazy.
You really blew past everybody's expectations, so.
Yeah.
Their fault.
Right. Don't doubt me next time.
I know,
right?
Seriously. You're the last person that should ever
me.
be doubted.
Thank you. I appreciate it, and I appreciate so much of the support, not only at Wright State, but at the Guardian. Like, I meant to mention this earlier when I was talking about coming in, but, like, I was automatically welcomed with open arms. Like, no one here was, like, doubtful of my abilities, doubtful of how I was going to perform. You guys just, like, fully accepted me for who I was, and quickly boosted my ego. Like, it was just, and I'm forever
I have noticed
grateful.
your head has been bigger.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Just kidding.
Right. You know, it's okay. We all,
Yeah, no.
we all get a bit of a big head. But I really do appreciate it so much, and I honestly, I'm incredibly grateful for where I'm at now, and so that's just kind of why we wanted to do this episode today. Like, anyone, if anyone's watching who does have cerebral palsy or really any other physical or mental limitations or any limitations of any kind, keep going. Don't give up on your dreams, because they're there for a reason. If you have them, they're there for a reason, and they're meant to be accomplished. And let me be proof that they can happen, please. And just go forth. Go forth, because you only have one life, so please make it worth it for yourself, because you owe it to yourself to do that. So
He's gonna make me cry.
I know. I really thought I was gonna cry this episode, and I'm done.
I'm kind of struggling. Like, that last part really got me.
Thank you. And that goes for the same even if you don't have limitations, and you just, honestly, I feel like everyone has some sort of limitation in their life. So just no matter what, wherever you are in your life, take that advice and run with it, please. Yeah. How are we doing on time?
You have 7 minutes.
Okay.
Camera's been recording for 53 minutes.
Okay,
Perfect. Anything else you want to touch on before we do highs and lows then?
I think that's about it, unless you have any other.
No, I just want to say thank you. I know. I think we
ended on
need to be maybe done, but no, thank you for being so vulnerable and real with us. I know that's probably not the easiest thing to talk about all the time, but really you've made such a difference at the Guardian and in my life, and I know all of the staff's life, so
thank you.
We're happy to have you here.
I really do appreciate it.
We're happy you continued to take those obstacles head on, and you came to the Guardian anyway.
You guys aren't getting rid of me now. Hope you
Yeah.
like me. I'm sticking around.
Dang it.
Oh.
Okay.
Darn.
Well, now I guess we can go ahead and kind of wrap up today's episode with some highs and some lows.
Yes.
You want to start us out? Because you know I don't start, so.
Yes, I will start out with my low. Goodness, guys. My low today is I went to the hangar, and I went to fill up my water. And the water, like, spout is with the fruit punch spout. And I was pushing the water spout down. It was the water one. All of a sudden, fruit punch sprays out of the water spout. That's never happened before. Like, sometimes I'll, like, accidentally push in the fruit punch one a little bit too much, and it'll, like, come out both of them. No, it was fully fruit punch out the water. It was in my water bottle, like my hydro jug. So then I had to, like, rinse it and then do it again. And it happened again. And it happened, like, 3 times. So I'm, like, rinsing this water bottle. And then I'm like, oh, my gosh, I'm taking up so much time. Like, there's people behind me. So then I had this guy go. And I was like, you can go ahead. And he just wanted a cup of water, too. And it happened to him. So I was like, oh, my gosh, this is
That's
not
when you
just me.
go to a water fountain.
So then I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. I dumped out my water.
Is that why you have a bottle, a plastic bottle?
I dumped out my water. My straw falls into the drink thing. Because when I opened my water bottle, my lid to fill it up, the lid flies off the straw, falls on the floor.
Oh my god. You just needed to, like, throw the water bottle away at this point.
And I was like, crap, now I can't drink out of it, period, because that straw went in the thing and the lid's on the floor. And I was like, I dumped it all out, I put it in my basket, and I bought this. Bottle Life water. So that was my low. It was quite annoying. And everyone and their mom was at the hangar today, literally, because there was a high school there. So, yeah. So, let's see. My high of the day? I went to Ray Ray. That was a good, I do that often.
She got her invisibility potion.
I love that drink, guys. It's a blueberry lavender refresher.
I gave it a 5 on the Ray Ray, like, drink of the week trying. I didn't.
I gave it a 9.
It shouldn't have even been a 5 in my I was being nice. And Ray Ray still commented justice for it.
It's a 7.5 in the video.
No, I gave it a 5.
Oh, yeah. You gave it a...
Britt did.
Yeah.
Britt gave it a 7.5.
Okay. I love that drink. So, that was my high, because it was really good today. And, I ran into you when I left Ray Ray, so that was fun,
good.
Too. So, what about you?
My low was that I stayed up last night reading my new book for climate fiction. We started a new book today.
Mm-hmm.
Thought I started the right book. You know, we have 2 books left of the year. No big deal. And then I get out my planner, and I didn't look at my planner earlier this week. It was just, this was the first time. In my novel writing class, and I saw the other book listed for today. And I was like, no, that's not right. I must have wrote that down wrong. No, I didn't. I just read 90 pages of the wrong book and found out an hour before class. And so I didn't go to class today because I didn't even have that book.
You don't want to get the book spoiled.
Yeah, and I'm 90 pages behind for that other book. I stayed up late. There was no way. And so, Dr. Jennings, if you see this, I'm sorry. That was completely my fault. And I was going to email you, but then I felt like serious embarrassment that I started the wrong book. But the Great Transition is really good so far. We'll just have to start the other one when I get home and get the book. But whatever. So that was my low. My high... I should have thought on this a little harder.
I know, I didn't really have a good one.
What was my high today? Really nothing. It was like kind of like just like a midday. Like everything was just kind of mid. I'll make up something. I get to go home tonight to my cat, and I get to eat this really good chicken my roommate made last night. I told you my highs are always dinner. It's just, honestly, we'll keep it today too.
My high is, going home, eating dinner, and watching. I'm watching Secret Lives of Mormon Wives for the first time.
Dude, she just got canceled for throwing a chair at her
child. I don't know all of the Taylor lore. Sam is very excited off camera. I finally started it because I also finished Dancing with the Stars, which I also watched late. And I loved, this might be controversial, I loved Whitney in Dancing with the Stars. So then I was like, I have to watch Secret Lives, even though I know people start out hating Whitney, but I'm a Whitney defender, even right now.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm not that far.
Yeah.
She hasn't done
I
anything
think-
super questionable yet.
I think just all of them are questionable.
Oh my gosh, so many of them are so annoying.
Yes.
Except the one with my name, Macy, is pretty chill so
Yeah,
far.
She's alright.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, and with
I
that
guess that's
note,
all.
thank you guys so much for watching or listening. Reminder to read the G and watch Off the Record, which you're doing right now.
Yes, and we do have new open roles on Handshake currently for the fall 2026 semester.
Yes.
So if you are interested in joining our amazing team,
Do it.
do it. Send me either an email on guardian1@wright.edu if you kind of don't know what role would be best for you, or if you like are hands down, yeah, that's the role I want on Handshake, apply.
Yeah.
And email me.
They will also
Do both.
be posted on the Instagram by the time this is up as well.
Yes.
So go check them out.
But other than that, follow, like, subscribe, etc.
Yeah. New videos.
Do it all.
Every Friday on 106.9 WWSU 106.9 at 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And the video format goes up on YouTube every Monday at 6:30.
Sometimes later because YouTube hates me, but this week went out
It did
correct.
go out on time. Everything was uploaded correctly. So
Okay.
we did good this week.
Okay, and we'll see you next time.
Next week. And with that note, we are off the record. Bye.
Bye. Little bit.
I would say if anything, it's enforced it. Dude.
Hold for technical difficulties.
I put that clip again.
Oh my gosh.
Like a little blooper reel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Guys,
nice.
I
Frame? Is that in the frame?
Yeah, kind of.
What, like the...
It's not. I don't think it's in there.
okay.
Oh.